In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have over 350 new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to week 2 of Chalk Talk with your host, me, JB. I'm here with Coach Rohrbach from Sherando High School. They will be taking on the Jefferson Cougars this Friday at 7 o'clock. And we have you on here, Coach, just for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your team. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So I'm TJ Rohrbach. I'm the head coach at Sherando High School in Stevens City, Virginia. Our team, we got a pretty veteran team. We returned a lot of guys from last year. Kids have been working hard, and, we're looking forward to a tough Jefferson team on Friday.
Yeah, Coach, I see where you had a big win last week, 42-0. Yeah, I got Coach Hunter here for the second week in a row. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, Coach, you got week 2. You got another familiar foe, Sherando, coming into town. You lost to them last year, 34-28 in triple overtime. Is there anything you can take from that game that's going into this game this week?
From that game last year?
Mm-hmm.
No. Nothing from that game last year. Because I feel and watching film and then seeing us, we're two different teams. I think they returned a lot of people. We returned a good nucleus of our skill players. We're still working on some things up front, especially from last week. Got to work on some things getting better. So we got to get better. And more than anybody, every day is an opportunity. Every day is an opportunity to get better. So that's what we do every day right now, is trying to work on getting better.
Coach, you guys took an ugly loss last week, but that doesn't define your season by any means. How has the kids responded this week in practice from a performance that they put on the field Friday night?
They're more beat. We got at it Monday. We got after it Monday being a holiday. We were able to get after it extra day. Got after it yesterday. We'll get after it again today. Even though JV's got a game today, we got enough to go back. We'll get after it today. They've been, energy's been up. We talked about on Saturday during film, watched very little of that film, just enough to understand what we missed out on, what we did wrong, all the way around, and what we got to get better at. So then we went right into the lab of figuring out how to fix it and dealing with how to fix what the problems were.
What do you think you have to change from last weekend to this week defensively? Because we talked about taking the defense on the road. I don't think you took your defense on the road last week. But this week, you have another opportunity to bounce back. What do you have to do to have your defense show up Friday night?
I said the reporter asked me after the game what we have to do better last week from this last game to go into next week. We got to, block, tackle, and catch. I said we had to block better, we got to tackle better, and we got to catch the ball when the ball's thrown to us. So, defensively, we're just going to make sure we tackle better, get off blocks, and be disruptive in their run game. We got to be able to stop the run. If we can't stop the run, then we're going to be in trouble any week.
Oh, yeah, that's always the case. If you can't stop the run, the clock moving, and your offense is not on the field. Offensively, what do you want to change up this week versus last week that could put some points on the board, get you guys in a better position that you were last week?
Just try to be more efficient offensively. I thought in the game and going back and watching the game, there were some points we left on the field. Not saying that it would have been 50 points for what they scored, but you never know what happens. You get some momentum going. I feel like we missed some couple opportunities that we could have had some points on the board, a couple touchdowns that we missed out on. Just being more efficient offensively, making sure that everybody understands blocking assignments and everything else of that nature. So that is the one thing that we want to make sure offensively we do, just be way more efficient.
Let a naysayer know. Let's talk about this. You took over a program back in 2013 that was 3-27. It took you 5 seasons to have your first losing record. Your last 3 seasons, you guys have been to the playoffs with 3 wins. Do you know that you hold more wins in the playoffs than any coach in Jefferson High history? You actually hold 4 of the 6 wins that you have. A lot of people are talking in the background. What do you say to naysayers that are calling for your coaching staff, not even putting in perspective of what you've done lately for Jefferson High School?
I guess it's the same thing that, I told the kids, after the game, look around you, these are the people who are always going to have your back. When you start looking outside this circle and start listening outside the circle, that's when problems come. So, that's all white noise to us. So we're one unit, one family. We ride together, we die together. So we're going to ride together, and we're going to keep riding together and keep trying to get better on this journey that we're taking on this 10-game season to get better each week. So we're ready to go. So that's what we're going to do. You can't listen to white noise. You start listening to white noise, that's when you're in trouble.
Well, we know here at Home Team Sports what you mean to Jefferson High, and we're thankful for you. As I said, always, we want to see you and your team succeed both on and off the field, Coach. We hope that you continue to do great things. We'll see you guys this Friday night at Cougar Stadium at 7 o'clock as they take on the Sherando Warriors, a familiar foe. Coach, the best of luck, and we pray that you guys come out of that game healthy.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Placed in remembrance of the victims of American Airlines Flight 11 and the North Tower of the World Trade Center. The second wreath is placed in remembrance of the victims of American Airlines Flight 175 and the South Tower of the World Trade Center. The third wreath is placed in remembrance of the victims of American Airlines Flight 77 and the Pentagon. The fourth wreath is placed in remembrance of the victims of United Airlines Flight 93, which crashed in the field at Shanksville, Pennsylvania. and enjoy this evening's game, let us also keep the brave soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Guardians, and Coast Guardsmen defending this great land, as well as their families, in our thoughts and prayers. The national anthem will be performed by the Jefferson High School Recruiter Marching Band under the direction of Assistant Director of Bands, Melissa Elliott. Veterans of the military services may salute during playing the national anthem instead of placing your right hand over your heart.
Hey, Xavier, be careful hitting buttons on your camera because an accident my screen. You can go ahead and take another shot or take a break for a second with your main camera up front.
And good evening, folks, and welcome to Cougar Stadium here in Shenandoah Junction, home of the Jefferson Cougars. Tonight we have a great matchup between the host Jefferson Cougars and the visiting Sherando Warriors. I'm your host tonight, J.D. Fritz. Once again, joining me, my co-host and broadcast partner, Drew Pitzer. Drew, how are you tonight?
Oh, man, it's a beautiful evening. I'm ready to watch some great football play.
Yeah, me too, man. We're going to get right started here. I'll let you begin, man. Let's go with the Cougars side, man. They struggled last week. What do you got for us this week?
I mean, I think it's critical that they put last Friday in the rear view. I mean, obviously you have to learn from that game, but you got to realize Spring Mills is such a dominant team. That was such a difficult test for them to learn, about themselves. So they need to realize what is their mental and physical preparation going into this game. Are they going to lay down and defeat? Are they going to bounce back? Are they going to show that they have resilience? And I think that that's what they are. And that leads to the third point. They need to find their identity. Are they going to be throwing the ball around and play some defense? Or are you going to tuck the ball with Tayshawn Roper and try to get a bunch of yards of carry, try to set the tone physicality for this game. Also, I think they need to stop the 4-for-4 attack, which is Tucker Lefevre and James Walters, number 4 Tucker and number 44 James. They are tremendous guys for Sherando. They run the ball tremendously. Number 44 James Walters actually won the Player of the Week last year. So I think it's going to be critical for Jefferson in the first quarter, first couple of possessions to really anticipate those guys getting touches because they got a predominant of the touches last week for Sherando.
Yeah, the Cougars are coached by Craig Hunter in his 12th season with the team, and the Sherando is coached by T.J. Rohraball. As far as the Warriors go, they're coming off a big 42-0 win at Brentsville. Sherando won a close one last year against the Cougars in triple overtime, 34-28. Coach Rohraball says, his team is they're ready for the task. They're efficient, but they're not quite where they want to be yet to reach their full potential. Drew, like we talked a little bit earlier, Sherando, man, they had over 350 yards of total offense, and the defense forced a couple turnovers as well. They also return 6 all-class 4 Northwestern District selections on defense. And they're huge on the offensive line. We watched them out here warming up. They're averaging, about 275 across the line. So Jefferson's really going to have to find a way to run the ball tonight against that stout defensive line and, stopping the run of Sherando, which they ran the ball all over Brentsville last week, I think they had over 200 yards rushing.
Yeah, correct.
So they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
And I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is not necessarily the same game that they played last week because I think Spring Mills had a few more athletes than Sherando does, but Sherando also runs the football just as well as Spring Mills does, which was giving Jefferson problems all last week. So they need to, like I said, find their identity, make sure they can stop the run on the defensive side of the ball, and start leaning on that running attack. I mean, you got an all-state back at Tayshawn Roper. I feel like you identify, you get him going early and start leaning on him, and then that opens up the passing game, JD.
Yeah, and for Sherando, I think a few keys to the game for Sherando is they've got to correct a few of the mistakes they had last week. They need to stay disciplined, getting all 11 guys doing their assignments, doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. That includes penalties and turnovers. If they can continue to stay efficient and, play mistake-free football, and they have a great shot coming here to Cougar Stadium and coming out with a win, Drew.
Clearly I think they would be considered a favorite, but that does not mean that Jefferson cannot compete in this game. I mean, Jefferson has all the talent in the world. They had the athletes to compete with these guys. Sherando might have a little bit more in size, but that's where Jefferson has to attack with their speed. So we'll see how Coach Hunter reacts. I mean, he is a great coach, one of the best coaches in the state. I think Jefferson will put on a better showing than he did last week.
Yeah, and let's talk about a couple playmakers. Who do you got on the Cougar side that you really feel is going to be an impact player tonight and make the difference for the Cougars?
I mean, this is ironic enough, but I'm putting this right on the quarterback's shoulders. Dylan Hart, he is a tremendous player. I mean, I saw him. He was actually throwing some good dimes last week. He had a couple drop passes out wide, but if he can control the game, maybe getting some good RPO action with Roper and him, I think that could be a tremendous aspect to the game.
Sherando's won the toss and defer. Jefferson has decided to receive.
And we're back up top here after that coin toss. We'll jump right back into a couple key players here that I have for the Sherando Warriors. We're going to look out for Micah Carlson, senior quarterback. Seems to be very mobile, good arm. He's a 2-year starter, coming back last year. And also, you had already talked about him earlier. He's a senior captain, James Walters, linebacker, half H-back. He was, like you said, he last week's athlete of the week for Sherando. So to look for him to really make a big impact on both sides of the ball. And as we get ready to get started here in the opening kickoff, Sherando deferred to the second half as the Cougars will receive the opening kickoff here in Week 2 from Cougar Stadium.
And this is, they're ready to get last week's taste out of their mouth. I'm sure that they're ready, to try to put some points on the board. After not scoring at all last week, I know they want to have a great first drive.
Back deep for the Cougars, number 3, Demarius Wallace, and number 6, Tayshawn Roper. Set to kick it away for the Sherando Warriors, number 14, Aiden Leach. And we are underway here in Cougar Stadium. A little pooch kick goes down there. Who's going to scoop it up? Number 20, Andy Roberts, the freshman. He picks up a few yards there on the return out to the 32-yard line. The Cougars will start there, 1st and 10.
Yeah, JD, I'm excited to see how Jefferson attacks his first possession. Are they going to start, by trying to run the ball downhill, or are they going to immediately try to air the ball out? I mean, Coach Hunter definitely likes to get the ball out in space and try to create a lot of things out wide in the spread system. But we'll see. I think they're going to try to run Tayshawn Roper a lot against this, front forward and see if they can get some yards that way.
So the Cougars will come out, 2 receivers to each side. Herrick in the backfield along with Roper to his right.
Little dummy count right there, JD.
They're always trying to get the defense to jump. Roper with the carry up the middle. Not much there. He looks like he might have lost a yard on the play. So again, that defensive line for the Warriors already getting in there, making it tough to run the ball.
Yeah, it looks like Gavin Evan even got back there and made the tackle, made him lose about a yard there. But they got to stick with it here, JD. I don't think you give up on the run game after one play.
So 2nd and 11, ball in the 31 for the Cougars. Herrick will drop back, looking for a man out here in the flat. He's got Tony Allen. Tony Allen up over the 40 to maybe the 43-yard line. That's close to a first down. They're going to mark him out at the 41, so just shy of a first down. So that'll bring up 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, third and a couple of inches. I mean, this is a generous play right here. It kind of opens up their playbook. I kind of look at this as 2-down territory here for Jefferson. Just try to start fast and get out quickly.
So we got Leland Benner in the game as the little up back, tight end. Roper in the backfield. Get the handoff. He's got a little room to the outside, trying to break free. Can't do it, but he has the first down as he gets out to near the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like it was Tucker Lefevre breaking him down right there. Just good run there by Roper. Good first series. Got a first down. Let's see if they can keep them rolling right here.
Yeah, this is what they need to do, Drew. They need to establish the run, get those guys up front pushing that defensive line back. If they can open up some holes for Roper tonight, Sherando could be in some trouble.
And I'm liking the sense of urgency I'm seeing from Jefferson. I mean, they're moving fast. They're running some different plays right here. And
Boom.
What a hit there by number 4. Tucker Lefevre, he's made back-to-back tackles right there. He's got some quick side-to-side speed right there, JD.
Yeah, and that's going to be a loss of about 2 for the Cougars as Dillon swung it out here to Tony Allen in the flat. But great defense there by Lefevre. That'll bring up 2nd and 12 from the 45-yard line. So Dillon rolls out to the far side, slings a little sidearm action there. Ball is caught there by number 4, Jackson Rockwell. He'll pick up about 7 or 8 on the play to bring up 3rd and 4. So that's key for Rockwell. He had a couple drops last week as well. Some other receivers did, and I think if Dillon put the ball on the money several times last week, his receivers just couldn't come up with it.
Right, and that happens. I mean, a lot of that might be first game jitters, but he was putting some nice balls on the line there. But I'm telling you, we're seeing a big trend on Tucker Lefevre being around every ball. He already has 4 tackles, and this is the first possession of the game.
Rockwell in motion. Wide open is Tony Allen in the middle of the field. He's still up down into the side to 30. Maybe to the 28-yard line, another first down, and Herrick is 4 for 4 to start this drive.
Yeah, creeping closer to that red zone. This is the best drive I've seen from Jefferson all season here, JD. I believe they're mixing a nice little run and pass option here in the first quarter, so I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and it seems like they're getting the ball out quicker, giving Dillon, not time to sit back there and have to think too much about it. Last week, he got sacked a few times, he was under a lot of pressure. So this week, their plan was probably to try to get Dillon, get the ball out quickly as we've seen so far in this first drive.
Yeah, keep them comfortable. I mean, it's hard to be comfortable as soon as you get the ball. Really, you're down. Their whole game plan was changed.
Wallace with a catch, a nice little move there. Picks up maybe 5 or 6 on the play. We'll call it 6 down to the 22-yard line. So another quick hitter there, a little quick hitch there out there to Demarius Wallace.
Yeah, they're trying to target this flat area, this Crota flat area here on Sherando. They must have saw something in film last week because they have kind of been exploiting that area on them all this first possession.
Yeah, and if you look, they're really giving them a cushion. Like, look over there at Tony Allen. They're giving him a good 7-8 yards cushion, so giving him a lot of respect, which means the quick passing game, making that work to their advantage.
Yeah, take what the defense gives you. Like I said, don't take long to make decisions. One Mississippi get the ball.
Little option pass to Roper. Not a whole lot there. I love the idea there. He might have picked up 2 or 3 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, about 3rd and 1, 3rd and a yard and a half here.
So they'll mark it just at the 20-yard line. So that will bring up 3rd and 2 for the Cougars. And I would say, Drew, this is probably also 4-down territory for them as well.
Oh, for sure. They coming out aggressive. This whole offensive scheme that they drew up for the first series of the game has been tremendous. Shout out to Coach Hunter. This has been a thing of beauty because this is a completely separate team than what we saw last week.
Yeah, Dillon has started the game off hot. 5 for 5. Nice drive as Rockwell's in motion. They fake the sweep there, and there's Roper. Roper turns it up, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. So great play calls this drive. A lot of mixing it up between the run and the pass. I love it. And into the end zone goes Tayshawn Roper for his first score of the season.
Listen, if you need 6, you go to 6. Tayshawn Roper, that man has a nose for the end zone. First touchdown score by Jefferson all season. That was a great first drive. They couldn't ask for any better.
Yeah, that was near perfect. Herrick was perfect, 5 for 5. They got every positive yards on every single play. A good mixture there. That's a way to bounce back from a tough week last week as Panaris is on to kick the extra point. Benner hold. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Jefferson Cougars lead the Sherando Warriors here at home 7-0 with 8:09 left to go in the first period. And while we have a minute, we are going to thank a few of our sponsors, our home team sports sponsors. We'd like to thank Catro Law, Ameritech Tire and Auto, R&L Landscapes, Enclosures Unlimited, Big Mike's Grillin', Opekin Motors. You can call Jeremy Atkins. State Farm Insurance, call Jared Ferguson. Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. ERA Liberty Realty, call Cheryl Yates. Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill. Cookies and Cream Daycare. And D. Gill After Paints. So we appreciate all of our sponsors for this season. Could not do this without you.
Thank you for sure. You keep us happy, and without you, we wouldn't be able to have these casts that so many people would come to love and enjoy.
So Panaris on to kick the ball for the Cougars. Back deep for the Warriors. Looks like trying to see their numbers. Numbers are hard. A little squibber there. Fielded on the up there by Lefevre. He gets out over to the 40, close to the 41-yard line. And that is Tucker Lefevre, so we've called his name several times tonight already.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great first series that Jefferson had, but this is somewhere where they got to get better at. I mean, they couldn't stop Spring Mill's run game at all last week. So if they really wanted to take a step forward, they need to stop this probably just as good of a running team that Sherando is this evening.
You will always get the Jefferson side. The camera up top will get the Sherando side.
So we will see if the Cougars can come out and stop this run. So Carlson will pitch it out there to number 20. I can't see the number. Number 20 gets a good gain on first down. We'll call it 5.
Yeah, that was Mason McKee right there on the carry. Good gain of 5 yards right there.
So a good run there by Mason. So Strong to the right. 2 receivers to the top. Number 44. As Carlson will keep it. He's got some room out here to the left side. Tackled there by
Dylan Herrick got
Herrick, yeah.
Quarterback from quarterback crime right there. I mean, that could have saved 6 right there, JD.
So we know that Carlson likes to run the ball. He can throw it effectively as well. So he's that good. He's that good combination of he's a true dual threat for the Warriors for sure.
With some length too. I mean, that's why their RPO option is so great, because you don't know what to do. Is this guy going to air it out, or is he going to get on his feet and run it?
A little pitch to Lefevre. He cuts it up there. Gets another good gain. The ball comes loose.
Oh, they said he was down right there, JD.
They're going to mark him down.
I kind of think the ball was popping a little loose.
It was really, really close. That's one of those down by contact calls. And of course in high school, Drew, there's no instant replay, unfortunately, for the Cougars.
Well, I'll give credit to, I think it was Jamari Jenkins they got in there and got a hand on the ball and ripped it out. Kind of that basketball instinct, get a steal.
So 2nd and 4 now for the Warriors. Carlson with
it looked like it was
with McKee in the backfield. 2 receivers and a fullback. Ball is snapped, faked. Carlson had him stopped initially in the backfield. Good second effort. He might have pushed forward for about a gain of 2.
Makes it 3rd and 3 right now in Jefferson's 39-yard line.
So we got the big man, James Walters, number 44, in the backfield, lead blocking as that up back, fullback / tight end.
Yeah, he's
going to play a multiple of positions for the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, he's almost like an extended lineman, but also carry the ball. I mean, this guy's going to create a lot of plays, especially on the counter, little trap actions. He's going to be leading everything.
Leach here to the near side. They're going to run a little wheel down the sideline. Great coverage. Tony Allen nearly picked that off.
And that's textbook coverage right there, JD. He identified him. He saw his eyes, found the quarterback, found the ball, knocked it away.
Probably should have had that interception, though.
For sure he could, but at least he stopped it from being 6.
Yeah, so 4th and 3 for the Warriors.
And it looks like they're going kind of more to a spread set right here.
We have 2 receivers to this side, 1 to the top.
With the H-back still on the left. This might be a bluff play right here. They might try to be drawing them off sides.
You got number 84, Sean Benton here. And Lefevre. Leach at the top. Carlson under pressure. Wide open in the middle of the field is Tucker Lefevre. And he's got enough for the first down to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Jenkins got there and made the tackle. He was just about a second too late. That was a great catch there by Tucker. I mean, he caught the ball, took the contact, made the first down, and this got the looks of a very interesting game on our hands.
So you see the poise there by Micah Carlson in the pocket. Just read the receiver, went and found the open guy. And he seems very comfortable back there, can throw it, can run it.
Yeah, it's pick your poison. I mean, he delivered a dot right there on 4th down, a lot of pressure not to get the ball back, and he did his job.
The ball swung out here to Hayden Lefevre. Nice gain there on first down. He looks like he's close enough for another first down as he gets down to the 20-yard line. They're going to say, yeah, he got it.
Nah, it looks like they might be calling that.
Well, they're moving the chains.
Moving the chains, yes, they are.
So Hayden Lefevre,
Right
possibly the brother of Tucker, we can only assume, but
they're liking to run that little RPO, the swing route out to the halfback. They've run it about twice, and they've got about 10 yards on it both times.
both Lefevres are seniors. Mason in the backfield, bouncing it outside, nowhere to go.
What a tackle there.
And there's Jalen Allen, the newcomer here to the Cougars, transferred in.
Yeah, that was tremendous pursuit. I mean, that was quick feet right there. He had 2 long strides, brought the guy down, made him lose about 2 yards. And Mason McKee just had a 10-yard burst right there, so I know that wasn't an easy open field tackle.
So 2nd and 12 now for the Warriors as we're approaching 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter. The 2 receivers to the top. Will be Lefevre in motion. He takes the little pitch. Nice play there defensively. And there's Dylan Herrick.
Another beautiful tackle Herrick just made.
So the defense coming alive, feeding off that energy from the offensive touchdown, and I love it, Drew.
I mean, they're coming out, like I said, they're using last week as motivation. They know that they are not that bad of a football team, and Sherando is a really good football team, so the fact that they're coming out here and playing this well, I mean, it speaks volumes to Coach Hunter and his staff getting them ready for this Friday night's matchup.
Yeah, I agree. 3rd down and 14 now, so huge third down, coming up for the Warriors. So 2 receivers to each side. They're going to spread them out. We got number 1 in the game, Tally Burgess. Was a big play guy last week. They swing it over to Burgess. No one's on him, and he drops the ball right off his shoulder pad.
It was one-on-one between him and Keem Drake right there. I mean, that could have been a great matchup, and if he would have broke that could have been 6.
And Burgess is one of their little playmakers, only about 5'6", 150 pounds, but he likes to get the ball in open space, and he can cause a lot of problems for that defense.
Oh, he's lightning quick. I was surprised they had nobody out there shadowing him. He just went out in motion, was wide open. He had probably 6 in his vision, just didn't look the ball in.
So a big 4th down here. See if the Cougars can hold. 4th and 14. Ball on the 25-yard line.
This looked like a switch route from both sides.
2 receivers to each side. Got Burgess in the backfield. Ball there, and wide open is Leach. He makes the catch for the first down. So Leach is definitely their go-to guy. That's the 2nd big catch he's had this drive.
On 4th down. I mean, that's 2 4th and long. I mean, these are 4th and 12, 4th and 13 plays, that Michael Harleson's completing. I mean, he's playing great. I mean, that's 2 great balls right there. Now they're at the 10-yard line. They've had Jefferson on the field for about 6+ minutes now. I'm sure they need to get a stop or get off the field somehow.
Yeah, Carlson has looked very impressive so far in this first drive for the Warriors, as he's going to hand it to McKee up the middle for maybe a couple yards, inside the 5 down to the 4. So it'll be 2nd and goal for the Warriors from the 4-yard line. So we'll see if this Cougars defensive line can hold here. As I would imagine they would just run 4 straight times to try to punch this in. They got that big offensive line, Drew.
They do have a huge offensive line, but credit to Jefferson. I mean, look, they've been pursuing the ball very well.
And there's Carlson, and he gets the ball across in for the score. So just as we said, they run to the right, get behind those big boys. Lead block there also by James Walters. And the Warriors are on the board, and they come right back, Drew, and put a score up of their own.
Oh, that's got to be demoralized. I mean, you had these Warriors on 2 4th and longs and gave that up, 2 out routes to the same player, same formation. I mean, it's tough. I mean, Jefferson's got to bounce back. They did it once already, so we'll see how it goes in this next possession here. Looks like they're going for never mind. They're lining up in extra point formation.
So it looks like Aiden Leach is also the kicker. Hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And we are all tied up here at Cougar Stadium with 2:09 left to go in the first period. And we're going to take our first commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Washington's up too.
Who they playing?
I'm not sure. And we are back here at Cougar Stadium as the Warriors are set to kick off after taking it down and scoring. Ball go to the freshman up back, Andy Roberts, number 20. Roberts is dancing around, trying to find a little room. Not a bad return there for the freshman. Andy Roberts gets the ball out to about the 37-yard line. So that's where the Cougars will start with their second possession. We'll call it the 38. We'll see what the Cougars have here in the second series here.
It's a critical second drive for them.
2 receivers here to the near side. Tony Allen, a single receiver to the far side. Dylan Herrick will take it up the middle. Not a whole lot. He's still on his feet. They're going to give him a gain of maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, definitely a generous spot right there. I thought he was about 2 yards short, but hey, you can't complain about that spot.
I just don't, the thing that concerns me is I saw it last week, with the Cougars when they get kind of backed up, they go to Dylan a lot. I'd like to see them take that pressure off of Dylan, get the ball into the hands of his playmakers, and not rely and have to count on him so much to do everything.
I mean, Tayshawn Roper ran the ball really well the last drive. They gave him about 4 touches. He punched it in for 6. I think you got to still lean on him.
As Roper goes in motion, they swing it out to Roper. Nobody's on him. Roper makes a nice move there. He picks up the first down. He's still on his feet. Or are they going to mark him out at the 50? But that's enough for a Cougars first down.
I mean, offensively, this is a completely different team. I mean, they're getting the ball out quick, like we said early. Either run the football or don't make Dylan or Hendrick make a decision. Herrick make a decision.
Yeah, they're getting the ball out. He's starting the game now. I believe that's 6 for 6 for Herrick. Looking good so far. Receivers are hanging on to the football much better than last week. Probably already has more completions in this game in the first 2 series than they might have had all last week.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Spring Mills was playing that tight, contested coverage, and a lot of balls were just slipping through their hands. And this week, they're coming down, securing the ball, and getting yards after the catch, which is a tremendous stat.
So Roper will take the handoff straight up the middle. He's got a little bit of room. He bounces off, and there goes Tayshawn Roper. Out to the 30, down to the 35-yard line, into Sherando Warriors territory, and another first down.
Yeah, Roper is very turned right now. I mean, he just had 2 back-to-back 10-yard runs. I mean, he wants to be fed. You got to feed the big fella. He wants this win bad.
You see that extra size and the strength that Roper has this year, just breaking tackles.
Yeah, he looks like a runaway beer truck out there, man.
Little fake Demarius Wallace, and it's picked off. Through Dylan, looked like he forced that one into double coverage. And it's picked off there by Caleb Nolan. So the ball goes right back over to the Warriors.
And there's a flag right there. Nolan kind of made a gesture at the sideline that obviously the officials didn't find appropriate. Now it'll be 15 yards, which is going to take them back a little bit further behind the 20-yard line.
Now Dylan's just got to be a little more cautious on that read. They faked it to Roper, and he threw a slant there to Wallace, but it was clear Wallace wasn't open. Kind of threw it there in some double coverage. The ball comes off of Wallace's shoulder pad up into the air, picked off by Nolan.
And you got to have change of pace. I mean, obviously you can't just run Tayshawn Roper into the ground. But obviously you saw he had 2 straight runs over 20 yards and 2 carries right there. I think you got to keep giving the ball to the big fella.
Absolutely, and I love what they're doing. Definitely a good mixture of play call. There's just a little bit of bad luck on the side of the Cougars. It was a tough ball to catch for Wallace, so I wouldn't give him credit for a drop on that play, as he was well covered. As there goes Carlson. He's going to do the same thing Herrick did. He's got some more room. Touchdown saving tackle there by Tony Allen as Carlson gets out near the 30-yard line. They're going to call it to 29.
I mean, that is a 6 saving tackle right there. I mean, what a great play. Jefferson is definitely doing a better job in open field making tackles this week compared to last week, where they gave up a lot of yards after the catch.
And that's going to do it for your first quarter of play here at Cougar Stadium. And we're all knotted up at 7, and we're going to take another commercial break. And we're going to be right back after a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Needs. Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates.
Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
And we are back at Cougar Stadium here to start the second quarter. Drew, you got some score updates for us?
Yeah, I do. It looks like Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Maryland are tied right now, 0-0. It looks like Spring Mill's up at Wheeling Park 6-0, and that's in the second quarter. Martinsburg is beating Huntington 14-0. That's still in the first quarter. And Musselman is currently tied with Loudon Valley 0-0, and that is still in the first quarter as well.
Thank you, Drew, for the updates, and we will keep you guys posted throughout the night with more score updates as the Warriors are set to start 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. The handoff will go to McKee. He tries to cut to the near side. Stuffed there by
Takeem Drake.
Takeem Drake. Good play. McKee still managed a yard on the play, but good contact and good help from the Cougars defense.
I'll tell you what, he's doing a great job of keeping contained tonight. You're seeing Sherando trying to get out wide and play beyond the numbers. I'm seeing Takeem Drake's made about 3 tackles outside, saving from Sherando bouncing out wide, getting a lot of yards.
2nd and 9. 2 receivers to the top. Carlson back to throw again. Little shoulder fake. Wide open. It's Lefevre. Can he make the catch? And he does. No. In and out of the hands of Tucker Lefevre. Great effort there by Lefevre, though. Had his man beat.
And that just looks like a coverage breakdown right there between Jenkins and Allen. It looks like nobody knew which one was going to take him deep and who was governing the short third. He just got right behind them.
So the Cougars catch a break right there as Lefevre got behind the defense, and if he'd have been able to keep his feet and hang on to it, that was 6 for sure.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, though, JD. I mean, Jefferson's been playing great defensively. Now they just got to get off the field. Another 3rd down play right here. Let's see what Sherando comes with.
So 3rd and 9, 2 receivers to the top. That's Leach and Lefevre. Carlson back to throw. No, Leach is over here to the sideline, overthrows him. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like the punting unit's coming on for the Warriors, so the Cougars' defense holds.
Yeah, Leach is definitely getting targeted a lot. I got to say, that's about his 7th or 8th target of the evening. That's going to be their lead guy. Jefferson's got to find somebody that can match up with him or at least put 2 over top of him to slow him down.
Yeah, and he was open again on that play. The ball just sailed a little bit for Carlson.
Yeah, he's got some of the best crisp route running I've seen a lot of the high school players around here in this area, so that was impressive to watch.
So on the punt, I believe, is the quarterback, Micah Carlson. Oh, and the ball goes way over his head. He's got to go back to the end zone to get it. Here comes Roberts. He throws it. The pass is caught. But it's going to be well defended by the Cougars behind the line of scrimmage. And the whistle will blow, and the Cougars will have great field position deep in the Warriors' territory as they will start from the 24-yard line.
And give credit to Michael Carlson, because that could have been a safety on a lot of other punters in the state or even in the area. The fact that he got that ball out just to even chuck it up, which he could have probably tried to punt it away to get something. That was just impressive, the fact that didn't end up being 2 for Jefferson.
Yeah, and I give him credit because in that heat of the moment, you're kind of basically doing whatever comes to mind. He probably, if he would have thought more, he probably could have thrown it out of bounds once he got out there. So, and then the Cougars wouldn't have started so deep in their territory. As Roper gets the handoff, he makes a cut out here to the near side, picks up a block, but not a lot there as it was defended well by the Warriors.
Yeah, just about back line to the scrimmage. That was a great contain over there by the Warriors as well. Didn't let him break that too wide.
But you see just the dynamic ability of Roper. Every time he gets the ball, bounces that outside, you always think something good's going to happen for the Cougars.
I mean, he's got such a quick first step, and he's also got dynamic speed. I mean, but he's just as good as running inside with his size. He's almost like a little bowling ball running through the paint.
Yeah, so second and we'll call it 8, a long 8, 9 on the play. 2 receivers to the top. That's Rockwell and Wallace. Allen to the near side. The handoff, no, fake it, and it's knocked down. Great defense there by number 9, Pete Carter.
And we also have another update for the Musselman-Loud Valley game. It is now 7-7 entering the second quarter.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Cougars. Herrick with Roper to his left. Herrick will roll out to the far side, sets up, he throws. He's got a man, throws the ball low and incomplete. So just not a good throw there by Dylan Herrick. Didn't really give his receiver a chance, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, this is definitely 4th down territory. I can see what they try to do, get it out wide, try to get something towards the sticks. Now Jefferson's kind of stuck. I mean, they've got 9 yards to get a first down. What do they try to do? They're going to try to take a shot at the end zone, or are they going to try to still run with Tayshawn Roper, maybe see if they get lucky, get a 9-yard, 10-yard gain.
So 3 receivers to the far side with Rockwell, Allen, and Wallace. Ricardo Lewis here to the near side. Herrick will throw a rollout, sets up. He's looking. He can't find anyone, and down goes Dylan Herrick. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. He thought he was going to continue to roll out to give himself a little bit of real estate, but looked like he turned it up and then knew there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, Caleb Nolan's just been showing up all over the map this evening. I mean, he's got 2 sacks, both on 4th down. It's got Jefferson off the field both times. Now let Sherando take the ball back over, see if they can capitalize.
So while we have a moment, we like to thank our JHS Athletic Field Banner sponsors, Roberts Realty Group, Parsons Ford, HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering, Oak Tree Homes, Terrace Sanders Lowe, Sampson Properties, Moose Lodge 948 Charlestown, Ours Lawyer Lewis CPAs, Harlan J. Shoemaker and Son, Jefferson Security Bank, and AFT Jefferson. So Carlson will keep it straight up the middle. Big hit there. Coming up there was Jamari Jenkins.
Wow.
And I noticed that actually, Drew, in the first scrimmage that I attended. Jenkins, who's relatively new to football, hasn't played since youth league. Not a very big guy, 5'8", 150 pounds, but he will come up and hit you.
Oh, he's not scared of nothing. I mean, that guy gets out there. He's a competitor at all levels. I mean, he just came up and just kind of delivered a blow right there. He's got a little bit to his game.
So 2nd and 6, 2 receivers here to the near side. Carlson a rollout, looking for a receiver, sets up. He's going to run for it. Makes a nice move.
Ooh.
A big hit there by Jalen Allen, but he will have enough for the first down.
Yeah, they're moving them chains. But that's another big hit that Jalen Allen's hit on tonight. I mean, he's got 2 really explosive hits. Jefferson just needs to buckle down right here, figure out how they can get back in the last drive, cause another 4th down stop.
How about I leave him out here to halftime, then I'll let Jeremy go out.
So a back-and-forth game here in the second quarters. Each team has had to turn the ball over on downs as the Warriors come out with a 3-receiver set to the top. Carlson back to throw. He swings it out here to Lefevre. Lefevre with a little bit of burst of speed, breaks a couple tackles and picks up another first down out to midfield.
It's a hold on the play. They're coming back. They just called a hold, 10-yard penalty.
But unfortunately, that'll be coming back. And that's what Coach talked about before and earlier in the week is, not committing turnovers and not committing silly penalties.
I mean, if you can see, that's why Jefferson's in this game. They don't have any penalties and they don't have any turnovers. They have a turnover on down, but they're not shooting themselves in the foot. Prime example why it's a tie game going, halfway here through the second period. It looks like Sherando's lining up in 2 wide right, 1 single left, but they're making another substitution. Bringing in James Walt. Oh, they're calling a timeout here.
So that'll be a first timeout of the game, and we will take a timeout as well and go to commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. We tried to get Patrick Mahomes and Jake here. They're a little bit busy, so you're stuck with Jared from State Farm in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We are thrilled to partner with Home Team Sports to bring you area high school football this fall and to continue to support our area student athletes. Thanks for letting us be a part of this. Your needs guide us. Your goals drive us. Jared Ferguson, State Farm.
We're back here at Cougar Stadium. It is 1st and 20 now for the Warriors. 2 receivers to each side. Carlson fakes the handoff. Straight up the middle. He's got some room. Picks up about 12, maybe 13 on the play, so he gets a lot of that penalty yardage back.
They got all that back, plus some. Roper coming back out, playing corner.
Yeah, so they found something that they really like in running Carlson up the middle. They've spread the Cougars out, and that opening up the middle, the linebackers, pulling those linebackers out.
Yeah, Sherando's just trying to run straight down the throats.
They give it to McKee straight up the middle. He's near the first down as he gets out to about the 46. He looks like he's going to be a yard short. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Warriors.
About 3rd, 1.5 almost.
And the Warriors are now going with a little hurry-up offense, trying to catch the Cougars off guard.
Their little power set right here.
And they jumped. So that hard count there by Carlson got the Cougars to jump. And that's the picking up the first down the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you still got to be cognizant. You got to watch the ball snap first on the defensive side. Sometimes you get a little excited, get a little jumpy. Got to put that in the forefront and get back into it and try to get a stop right here.
And that's one thing the Cougars have to maintain, their discipline. As Carlson's back to pass, he's looking, checks off the receiver, finds another receiver. Was looking for a receiver out here in the flat, checks off to him.
Move the chains again.
And that'll be number 9, Pete Carter, on the reception. So I've been very impressed with how Carlson throws the ball. He reads the defense, checks off from one guy to another. And he's done a great job throwing the ball tonight for the Warriors.
Yeah, he hasn't been making any mistakes. He's just taking what the defense gives him. And that's why they're putting themselves in position to get more points on the board.
Handoff goes to McKee. He's driving and they're pushing him forward. Looks like he might have gained 5 yards there after only looking like initially a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, he's running the football hard. His feet just keeps pounding away, don't they, JD?
Well, when you keep your feet moving, you give your line pushing, a lot of good things will happen for you. So they'll give him credit for 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Warriors on the Cougars' 33-yard line.
Yeah, just creeping below 7 minutes here. Jefferson needs to get a stop, then he get off the field quickly.
So another run up the middle, wide open. Nice cut to the outside goes Carlson, and they have really found something there in the middle of the field running Micah Carlson. Cougars just have had no answer for that run up the middle.
Yeah, that read option game, they're running, but what Jefferson needs to start watching is they need to watch James Walters. He's pulling wherever the ball is going every play. He lined up on the right side, was pulling almost like an extended guard. So if they learn to match up and figure out where he's going, they can identify the ball and stop it a lot easier.
Yeah, Drew, that's something that they were definitely going to have to adjust for and pay attention to here as this game continues. A little 2 tight end set here as they hand the ball off to McKee. Up the middle there again, breaking some tackles, still moving his feet. McKee not a big guy, but he definitely runs the ball very hard at just 5'10", 165 pounds.
Yeah, he's got a low center of gravity. You can see he runs the ball so low, has his head up there, can see everything. He's definitely a very efficient runner. He's going to get 3 to 4 yards a tote.
So 2nd and 7. We're inside 6 minutes here to go in the second quarter. Tight formation again for the Warriors. Fake handoff. Looking to throw the ball to the end zone, and he's got it for the score. And that's number 9, Pete Carter. Fooled everybody. Cougars thought it was going to be a run, and Carlson pulled it down, lobbed it up over the defense, and into the end zone to Carter. So that Cougars secondary needs to tighten up a little bit as several receivers have gotten behind the Cougars.
Yeah, they're watching the line because they're not throwing the ball consistently. As soon as, they're seeing them turn their back on the defense, they're going to toss that ball up. One-on-one coverage every time.
And the kick is up, and it's good. And with 5:35 left to go in the quarter, the score is the Sherando Warriors 14, the Jefferson Cougars 7. And while we have a couple minutes, we'd also like to thank our white level sponsor, Shepherdstown Pharmacy, our maroon level sponsor, CMA's Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, and our Cougar level sponsor, Shenandoah Heating and Air Conditioning. And we would also like to thank our JHS football program sponsors, Benner Farms, Corner Connection, Tri-State Surgical Center, Dream Driven Properties, Cheryl Yates ERA Liberty, Scales Law Office, Vital Signs, Pill and Pill PLLC, Northern Virginia Orthodontics, K&H Mobile Oil Service, Affordable Electric Service Company, Spec Pros, Giannis Orthodontics, WVU Medicine, Wiley Cahill, Athletico Pivot Physical Therapy. Appreciate all of our sponsors. As Leach will kick it away, another little pooch kick can be taken by Tony Allen. He comes up for it. Or no, that's Demarius Wallace. He's got some room here to the near side. A flag is down, and that's going to be coming back. It looks like Cougars will be called for holding there.
Yeah, he did. I saw he got a little bit tug on the jersey. If he would have just not extended that hand right there, he possibly could have got away with it.
So another return coming back, as Wallace had a good return last week as well.
Yeah, Mar Wallace has had a very solid season. He's been playing very well on the offense and defensive side of the ball. I mean, he's definitely going to be a contributor if Jefferson wants to go anywhere this season.
Yeah, I'd like to definitely see him get more involved. He's another one of those playmakers. He's not as name is not as known as guys like Tayshawn Roper, maybe Tony Allen, Jackson Rockwell, but he's definitely one of those players that, given the opportunity, he can make plays, and he's definitely got a lot of speed as well.
Oh, he is fast and he's explosive. I mean, he's a great combination of what a football player can be.
Dealing with a hard count, but all that did was jump his own guys, made them move. So Cougars will be backed up 5 yards, and they'll start from, I guess, the 16. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Cougars. So a couple penalties now starting for the Cougars. We had a hold on the kickoff, another penalty earlier, and now a false start. So they don't want to start falling apart and losing concentration and focus here.
Yeah, they need to mimic what they did that first drive, a little carry by Herrick.
And I just don't understand this. You had the ball, gave the ball to Herrick a lot last week. He took a lot of punishment, a couple big hits as we saw against Spring Mills. And you want him to last the season, and as Dylan, he also plays defense. Get it into the hands of your playmakers. That's what they're there for. That's what you have speed for. And they worked that to perfection in the first series.
Yeah, I mean, the first series and a half, they were moving the football. Sherando kind of got settled in and saw what they were doing, a lot of read option game. But now, Jefferson's got to get the ball, get back in Tayshawn Roper's hands. I mean, I think he's been playing phenomenal all evening. You got to get him the ball.
Herrick swung it out there to Rockwell. Just ball took a nosedive. Just couldn't quite make the throw.
That makes it a 3rd and long 12.
Yeah, I don't think that play would have went for very much, as Rockwell was open, but not by very much, and minimal gain there on that play for the Cougars.
Yes, sometimes they got to take a risk. Now it's 3rd and 12. You're down 14-7 with a little bit under 5 minutes left to go in the second period. I feel like you got to take a chance right here, JD.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give the ball back to the Warriors with 4 minutes to go and then get another score in, and now you're down 2 scores going into the half.
With also Sherando getting the ball back at half.
Herrick going deep. Throws it up to Rockwell. Rockwell tip drill. He can't make the catch. Had a chance. As number 2, Hayden Lefevre tipped the ball up.
Wow. That was
Rockwell should have come down with it in and out of the hands, and the Cougars will be forced to punt again.
That was about to be a da-da-da. What a play right there. The fact that he almost came down with that, oh my. But the Jefferson had to take a risk right there. Now they got to rely on their defense. Hopefully they can get a stop.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about these last couple throws that Herrick's had. That one hung up way up in the air for a long time. I really will. The passing plays that they had to Allen and Wallace and Roper out of the backfield in that first series, they just totally kind of went away from that. And
it's almost like he lost a little bit of confidence from that first interception. They were moving the ball.
Woo! Nice kick there by Drake as he sends him way down inside the 35. Goes number 2 there. He gets another return to the near side. He's got makes some moves, and there's a flag, and that's going to come back as Hayden Lefevre with a nice return down inside the 30, but all for naught. So we're going to get a block in the back on the Warriors. And that's a shame because, the bulk of his return
was past.
Yeah, and he only gained another 10 yards, but he, was way down here inside the 40. But that's only going to back him up because it's a spot foul. So it's only going to back him up to the 45-yard line. So they'll still have great field position to start this series. And again, while we have a minute, we'd like to thank our HTS sponsors, Catro Law, Ameritech Tire and Auto, R&L Landscapes, Enclosures Unlimited, Big Mike's Grillin', Opequon Motors, call Jeremy Atkins, State Farm Insurance, call Jared Ferguson, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, ERA Liberty Realty, call Cheryl Yates, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill, Cookies and Cream Daycare, and D. Gill After Paints. We appreciate all our sponsors as Carlson will keep it here to the near side, and his feet come out from under him, and he'll lose a yard on the play.
And just a couple score updates for out at the out teams. Spring Mills is up against Wheeling Park 14-0 right now. Washington is still tied 0-0 in the first quarter against Thomas Johnson. Martinsburg is winning 14-3 against Huntington in the second period. Musselman is tied 7-7 in the second period. And Washington is actually down 14-0 after the first period against Thomas Johnson. 14-0 Washington is currently in the lead,
Lefevre swings it out. Lefevre, as Carlson, he'll pick up a few on the play. So Carlson to Lefevre. We've called that number a few different times. So that'll be 3rd and about 7 for the Warriors.
Crucial stop right here, JD.
Definitely. I don't know if it's 4-down territory for the Warriors. I don't think they want to give the ball back to the Cougars with 3 minutes to go. So if the Cougars can hold, they'll get the ball back with still plenty of time and all 3 timeouts.
I think if Sherando gets about a yard or 2 right here, they might consider going for it on 4th. But if Jefferson gets the decisive stop, they'll get the ball right back.
Carlson with a swing pass out here to Burgess, the playmaker and speedster, and he's not going to.
He's coming back.
And Burgess breaks free. They can't make the tackle. Burgess will pick up the first down, but that's coming back, and it's going to be a hold. But I tell you, Burgess, just like we saw, bouncing off tackles, he's a small guy, but he's strong, and he keeps his feet moving, and the Cougars just couldn't grab a hold of him.
Oh, I know. That's kind of get flashbacks from last week. He couldn't make a tackle, and now, kind of getting bailed out. Sherando's playing a little bit sloppier. But, wow, Jefferson's got to make a tackle in open field.
Yeah, they got to start using their shoulder pads and not try to arm tackle. That goes back to youth. Your youth days, that's what you learn from the ages of 6 and 7 all the way up. You've got those shoulder pads, use them.
Yeah, man. Put them into somebody.
So this will be a big 3rd down. Call it 3rd and 21 for the Warriors on their own 44-yard line.
And just Jenkins back deep.
Pass across the middle, tipped up, and intercepted.
No, he got dropped. It was dropped.
They called it incomplete. Great effort there by Brady Roberts.
Yeah, it was incomplete. They call it incomplete over there.
So that'll bring up 4th down and a punting situation for the Warriors.
2:25 left to go in this first period. Jefferson desperately wants to get on the board to tie this game.
With all 3 timeouts, they got plenty of time. Run this 2-minute drill. We'll see if Wallace or Roper can get a good return here. You got 2 of the most dangerous guys back for the Cougars. Carlson with the punt, kind of off the side of his foot. It's going to go out of bounds. So no return. We'll see where they mark it.
Right at the 29-yard line.
So the Cougars will take over there, 1st and 10 from their own 29 with 2:18 left to go in the half. I'd also like to thank our JHS Athletic Field banner sponsors, Roberts Realty Group, Parsons Ford, HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering, Oak Tree Homes, Terra Sanders Lowe, Sampson Properties, Moose Lodge, 948 Charlestown, Hours Lawyer Lewis, CPAs, Harlan J. Shoemaker and Son, Jefferson Security Bank, and AFT Jefferson. So 2 receivers to each side. Herrick back to throw. Swings it to the middle of the field. Broken tackle there by Allen. Allen still on his feet. Spins his way out to the 40. He might be gone. Down the sideline goes Tony Allen. Picks up a block from Jackson Rockwell. Tony Allen all the way in for the score.
No flags on the play. That's a tremendous play after the catch to give these Cougars some much-needed momentum. But still 2 minutes left to go in this first half.
71-yard catch and run for Tony Allen. He shows off that speed down the sideline, picks up a great block from Jackson Rockwell.
What a block by Rockwell right there. See, everybody's going to see the touchdown right there, but that play doesn't happen if Rockwell doesn't deliver that block there at the 40-yard line.
So we'll see if the Cougars can tie the game. The only bad part about that play, Drew, is like you said, they left 2:03 on the clock, so plenty of time for the Warriors to come back and do something with it.
See, I'm not one that believes in that mantra. I believe, man, you get a point, you get points on the board. Now you got to trust your defense to get another stop. They've got 2 in a row. I believe, this is now where Jefferson has all the momentum. They can get the ball back and score.
Panaris puts the ball up through the uprights, and it's good. So with 2:03 left to go in the half, we're tied at 14. And we're going to take a commercial break and be right back. And you're watching Home Team Sports TV. And we were back here at Cougar Stadium. Jonathan Panaris set to kick the ball off after the Cougars' 71-yard touchdown catch and run from Herrick to Tony Allen to tie this score at 14. Back deep for the Warriors is number 1, Tally Burgess. Kick is away now, comes down here to the near side. Nice return there by number 3. Looks like he might have stepped out. Donovan Blackwell. Haven't called his name a lot, but he's been back on kickoff return. So with 1:55 to go left in the half, the Warriors will start from their own 33-yard line. So now we get to watch the Warriors run their 2-minute drill. Carlson, he's thrown the ball very well so far this half, but we will wait and see. Now that the Cougars know they've got to throw the ball, we'll see how effective he can still be. Although they got one deep safety, they're going to run the ball to Burgess. Straight up the middle, Burgess has some room. As you see that burst by Burgess, he's out over the 50, down into the Cougars' territory at about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, tremendous play call right there, a lot of deception. Took me a second to find where the ball was. So I know Jefferson's just got to keep an eye on the ball, try to contain him. 1:44 left to go in this game. The whole playbook's open for Sherando.
So he marked it at the 47. Carlson back to throw. He swings it out here to the flat to Leach. Leach breaks the tackle but falls down inside the 40 to the 39. They're going to mark him right at the 40. So that'll bring up second and about 3, call it, for the Warriors as they continue to go hurry up, trying to catch the Cougars off guard. Saving those timeouts. Carlson back to throw. Swings it over here again. Knocked down there. Good read there by Takeem Drake.
And Drake got his hands on that right there. If he was about a second earlier, he could have probably took that back home for 6.
So now we got 3rd and 3 for the Warriors. Ball on the 40-yard line of the Cougars.
I think now Sherando has to worry about giving Jefferson too much time with the ball back.
There are 2 receivers to the far side. That's number 84 at the top of your screen, showing Benton. And in the slot, Tucker Lefevre. Carlson drop back. He's looking for a guy. He's going to have to tuck it and run. They don't see him. Carlson's going to have to get out of bounds, and he does. So he picks up the first down and gets out of bounds inside the 35 at about the 32-yard line of the Cougars. So 1:07 left to go. So far, a good drive put together by the Warriors, saving their timeouts.
Yeah, still 1:07 left on the clock, just ran out of bounds. Like I said, the whole playbook's open with all their timeouts remaining.
Yeah, and Carlson, he's been very efficient. He's not ever panicked there in the pocket. When he's under pressure, he's been able to get outside the pocket and make something happen, whether it's with his feet or with his arm. So three receivers to the top. You got Leach down here to the bottom. The handoff goes to Burge. Oh, and a fake handoff. Carlson will keep it. Tackled from behind. But not until he picks up at least 6 yards, and now we're inside a minute.
Yeah, that was Brady Roberts right there. Getting about down to the 20, or about the 26-yard line. Now creeping towards 45 seconds remaining, JD.
2nd and about 4. Carlson back to throw. He does a little pump, flips it up. He's got a man wide open there. He taps his feet and makes the catch.
Right at the 4-yard line.
So there is that number 9, Pete Carter again. Oh, no, that's number 2. I'm sorry, Hayden Lefevre. So a nice ball with the pump. Got the defender to hesitate just a little bit. Not sure who was back there defending on the play. But the Cougars, as we've seen, have gotten beat several times deep downfield.
Yeah, it's kind of been their kryptonite. They've been stopping the run decently well tonight. They just are having issues, with that the deep passing game.
So inside the 5 at the 4, Carlson will take it himself, looking for some running room. He dives into the end zone, and he's in for the score. So well put together drive with only 16 seconds left on the clock, and we've got a late flag here. Looks like it's going to be a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, but that touchdown probably will count, and they'll mark it off on the opening kickoff. So not what the Cougars anticipated, and I was surprised with a little over a minute to go that he just basically let the Warriors drive right down the field, didn't have to burn any timeouts at all, so well-executed drive right before the half.
Yeah, Sherando did, and they still got a bunch of run and pass options out of there. I mean, they ran the ball 3 times. They got about 2 pass plays, got the ball right up the field, scored, left Jefferson with little to no time left to go.
So instead of going into half tied up, the Cougars will go into the half most likely down by 7. After this extra point here by Aiden Leach. The hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And your score, the Sherando Warriors 21 and the Jefferson Cougars 14. And we're going to stay right here. We'd also like to thank our white level sponsor, Shepherdstown Pharmacy, our maroon level sponsor, CMA's Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, and our cougar level sponsor, Shenandoah Heating and Air Conditioning. We appreciate all of our sponsors for tonight's game.
Yeah, we have an update on the Martinsburg-Huntington game. It is 21-9. Martinsburg is currently winning with 2:51 left to go in the first half.
We will update you on the rest of the scores across the state at halftime. So now, Drew, the Cougars could potentially get really good field position here. And if they called for a fair catch, I don't know, we'll see what they want to do with it. They could potentially get the ball inside the 50.
Have a chance.
And have a play or two, possibly. We'll see how good of a leg Leach has. A little short kick. It's going to be Tony Allen there. Let's see what he does. No, that's Wallace. Marlon Wallace has some room. He turns it up. Good gain down inside the 45 to about the 42-yard line with just 10 seconds left to go. So with 3 timeouts, the Cougars have a little bit of time left to at least maybe get in field goal range possibly or even into the end zone.
I'm trying to see right here. I know it sounds crazy. With 10 seconds, try to get a run right here at Tayshawn Roper. See if he can get you a quick 10 yards because they're going to play back. You'll still have all those timeouts, and you get another play maybe from the 30 and try to throw one into the end zone or maybe try to put 3 points on the board.
You definitely want to try to take advantage of that penalty, as Wallace did. He's been a great kickoff returner here for the Cougars so far in the first 2 games. Looks like Roper down the sideline. He's going to air it out. Tony Allen, who is that? Mar Wallace, who came down with it?
Nobody.
No one. It falls incomplete with 4 seconds left to go.
That was a good ball there by Herrick. I mean, he put that out there. He almost came down with it.
Yeah, just let his receiver go up to get it. It looked like they kind of had 2 receivers in close to same proximity. I don't know. We saw that last week as well in the Spring Mills game.
So we'll see if they'll get creative, little junkyard, backyard stuff. This is very interesting. You've got 4 seconds left to go. Obviously, Sherando gets the ball right back at the beginning of the second half. I'm sure Jefferson would love to find a Hail Mary to somehow get into the end zone here, JD.
Yeah, I'm surprised they took a timeout. I guess they want to talk about it. They still got 2 timeouts if needed. With 4 seconds, you probably only have 1 play anyway. But while we have a moment, I'd like to also thank our JHS football program sponsors, Benner Farms, Corner Connection, Tri-State Surgical Center, Dream Driven Properties, Cheryl Yates, ERA Liberty Realty, Scales Law Office, Vital Signs, Pill and Pill, PLLC, Northern Virginia Orthodontics, K&H Mobile Oil Service, Affordable Electric Service Company, Per Spec Pros, Giannis Orthodontics, WVU Medicine, Wiley Cahill, Athletico Pivot Physical Therapy. So 2nd and 10, ball in the 42 for the Cougars of Sherando. 4 seconds left to go. Barring a penalty, this should be the last play of the first half. So we have 3 receivers to the far side, 2 here to the near side. Bad snap. Harris got to pick it up, turn and roll out. He's going to pick it up and run. Now he turns around, runs into his own man, and he's down and sacked. So just a debacle of a play. Started with a bad snap, and then just the Cougars' woes continue from last week to this week. Just can't execute just a simple Hail Mary play. And, that, like I said, Drew, that started with a really bad and low snap that Herrick had to get off the ground.
And now I'm going to do the flip on the other side of the coin. It's 21-14 going to half. You competed very well with the team that a lot of people didn't give you even any chance to compete with tonight. Coach Hunter's going to go in there. They're going to make some halftime adjustments. I think Jefferson will come out and be just fine.
Yeah, the Warriors take a 21-14 lead into the half, and they will receive the opening kickoff in the second half. And we're going to take a commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with our halftime show. You're watching Home Team Sports TV with J.D. Fritz and Drew Pitzer.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out and give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Adkins, Sales and Finance Director at Opequon Motors of Martinsburg. Join myself and Home Team Sports TV as we lead the charge into the 2024-2025 high school football season, presented by the all-new GMC Hummer EV.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Opequon Motors of Martinsburg, 838 East Moeller Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25401, or visit us on the web at www.opequonmotors.com.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
Welcome to Cookies and Milk Child Care Center. We have 2 locations conveniently located in Kearneysville and Martinsburg. Our mission is to be the leading provider of higher quality care and education services for children ages 6 months to 12 years of age. We provide the highest quality child care available at an affordable cost. For more information, contact us at 304-901-2961.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Juwan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
your halftime entertainment, please welcome to the field your 2024-2025 Charisma Dance Ensemble members. Freshman, Ella Pfeiffer. Sophomore, Clara Adams. Juniors, Delaney Graham, Harper Powell, Cassandra Stevens, and Brooklyn Tansky. Seniors, Harper Boone, Claire Burkhardt, Alana Fair, Elizabeth Gottlieb, Maggie Holzberger, Megan Puttick, and Taylor Rankin. Charisma is directed by Chrissy Crawford and led this year by Charisma leadership members Harper Boone, Elizabeth Gottlieb, and Taylor Rankin. Tonight, the Charisma Dance Ensemble will be performing A Little Party. Let me hear you give it up for Charisma.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together once again for the Jefferson High School Charisma Dance Team. Make sure to stop by the concession stand to grab some of the new items they have there, as well as your ability to use all your available resources, debit cards, credit cards, Apple Pay, and Google Pay. Jefferson High School Athletics would like to recognize their sponsors. Winter is coming whether we like it or not. Right now, the humidity is freezing the backside of the stands. Give Shenandoah air conditioning heating a chance. Call them at 304-355-HEAT. And now, put your hands together for the Jefferson High School Drummer.
And we are back here at Cougar Stadium at the half. The Sherando Warriors lead the Jefferson Cougars 21-14. And Drew, we're going to go to you. What do you got for us with the out-of-town scoreboard?
Yeah, currently Musselman is up 14-13 against Loudoun Valley, Virginia. They are up 14-13 after a blocked extra point. Martinsburg is currently up against Huntington 28-15 at halftime. Spring Mills is up against Wheeling Park 27-0 at halftime. And with 9:02 left in the third period, Washington is currently beating Thomas Johnson 20-0 with 9:02 left in the third period. So that is the out-of-town score report.
All right, well, let's get we got a quick minute here to recap the first half. Drew, I'll let you go, and we'll start with the Sherando Warriors. What did you like from them?
I think Sherando did a great job at mixing up their play calling. I mean, their run-pass option and getting yards on the ground, and then isolating the safeties and getting long plays, long pass plays. I think they put themselves in position to control this game. Also, I've liked their ability that they've been controlling the clock. I mean, they've just ate up most of the time possession in the first half. Also, just their ability to sustain drives. They had 4 third or fourth down conversions going into halftime. Jefferson will have to make a stop, on third and fourth down to really get back into this game to have any chance to win.
Yeah, and for Jefferson, I really like what they did in that first drive. I think they kind of need to get back to that good mixture of run pass with Roper and getting Allen, Rockwell, Mar Wallace involved. They drove right down the field. I understand, Sherando, they probably made a few adjustments, made it a little bit more difficult for the Cougars to do that than the rest of the half. But I think, you can still get the ball to your playmakers, get the ball in space to those guys. You can still continue to stay in this game and get, you're only down 1 score. That's a lot better than what they were last week at this time. So, they kick off to Sherando. If they can get a stop here in the first series with Sherando and get the ball back, Cougars can get right back into this game and, possibly come out with the win.
Yeah, Coach Hunter is definitely going to set the tone that they have to stop the ground game. This first possession is going to be key. I mean, obviously you can't let them beat you over top. You got to be able to see the receivers, but you got to make one-on-one open field tackles. Try to get some stops here, get a quick stop, score. This is going to be a shootout. It's going to take about 35 to 42 points, I think, to win this game, JD.
Yeah, and Sherando, as far as on defense, they did a pretty good job for the most part, the majority of the first half, especially in that second quarter against the Cougars. They made some adjustments there in the secondary and covering the receivers a little bit tighter. But, as far as on offense, give them credit. I tell you, Carlson, you talked about that run game between McKee and Carlson had a big chunk of that yardage for the Warriors in the first half. He's definitely that true dual-threat quarterback that we see and hear a lot about these teams. If you want to have a good, solid man behind center, you've got to have somebody that can run the ball effectively as well as throwing the ball.
Especially he fits their scheme perfectly. I mean, like I said, they've been in that RPO set pretty much 90% of their possessions in the first half. And he's tall, he's lanky, he can see over top, but he's also agile. He can make defenders miss, and he runs hard. I mean, he's definitely a true dual-threat quarterback. He's almost like a similar build but taller than Max Anderson, which Jefferson saw last week.
Yeah, so we'll see how Jefferson adjusts to that offense between of the Warriors. And, they definitely got to tighten up a little bit in the secondary. Had a couple receivers there in the first half running behind them. You never want to let a receiver run loose behind you. So that's like the golden rule if you're a defensive back. So let's see what kind of adjustments they make on defense. And, Drew, hopefully we're in for a really good second half.
I think Coach Hunter, he's got them prepared. I know they made some good halftime adjustments. I think both sides know that, hey, this game is not going to be won easy. It's going to take a lot of points put on the board. So defense might become obsolete in this half.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing a lot of points scored myself, to be honest with you. If we get up in the 40s, even 30s, we're approaching 30 as it is. So we can get up in the 40s, that'll be great. The more scoring, the more exciting it is. As Jonathan Pineros is set to kick the ball off to start this second half for the Cougars. And back deep for the Warriors.
Number 69, Jonathan Pineros, set to kick off.
We've got number 1, Tally Burgess. Number 3, Donovan Blackwell. And over on the other side, I believe, is number 23, Reth Puller. Pineros kicks it away. Down there to Blackwell. He's going to take it up over the 20. dances away out to the 35-yard line. See where they mark him right there at the 35, so not a bad return there for Donovan Blackwell to start this second half.
Good field position, too. I mean, he's at the 38-yard line. Jefferson's already back on their toes. I wonder if they're going to try to be aggressive this series, JD, or are they going to try to do more man defense and hope that, hey, our guys are just as good as your guys, we can make a stop. But I think they got to create numbers, try to maybe bring the blitz a little bit. You can't let, this quarterback stay comfortable.
Yeah, so 1st and 10, ball on the 35, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Carlson will drop back, swing it out to the flat. Good block there on Herrick. Pick up about 5 yards on the play. Goes Hayden Lefevre. So 2nd and 5.
Yeah, about 2nd and 5 here, JD. Hey, Jefferson was a little aggressive there. They did bring a couple guys off the edge. Let's see if they're going to still try to stick with that, still try to create some pressure.
It looked like Herrick was in good position to make the tackle there, but a great block there on the edge. So 2 receivers to each side. Handoff goes to Burgess. He cuts up the middle. Burgess has some room out close to the 50-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. He has enough for the first down. Goes Tally Burgess. So we've seen him every time he seems like he's touched the ball. He's always, getting positive yards, and you're kind of just on the edge of your seat because he can definitely take one to the house if he sees a crease.
For sure. I mean, that's kind of been Jefferson's kryptonite. The little quick, short running backs. I mean, they're getting past them. It's hard to guard because they're so elusive.
And as we say, there goes Burgess again. A little quick swing pass, spins into the middle. He'll still pick up 7, almost 8 yards on the play. So good gain on first down for Tally Burgess. So it seems like they made a little bit of a switch there in the backfield, as earlier in the first half we saw a lot of Mason McKee, and now Burgess later in the first half, and now Burgess to start this second half. Kind of like a change of pace,
Yeah, sure. These guys are definitely, they're deep at every position back there in the backfield. The fact that they have, some size and they have some speed, some power, it's really helping complement their run game.
And there goes Burgess again. Missed tackle there at the line of scrimmage. And looks like he might have enough for the first down. We'll see where they mark it. But again, the Cougars, they've got to wrap up. They had him stopped for no gain, but Burgess just somehow bounces off and spins his way out near a first down. Looks like they're going to bring up 2nd and short.
Third. It's actually 3rd down.
3rd and short. Look for Carlson to take it maybe himself this time. Yes, he does. Straight up the middle. Easy first down as he slides down inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line of the Cougars.
That's a veteran quarterback right there. Not many high school guys are going to have the presence of mind to get the first down and then get down. What a play there by Carlson.
Well, I haven't seen anything about Carlson that I haven't liked. He throws the ball well, reads the read option well, knows when to run and when to throw it. And when he does throw, he throws a nice ball.
He's a little lefty right there. He gets the ball out quick. It's kind of like a Tua Tagovailoa type build.
With 3 receivers here to the near side. McKee back in the game. Fake to McKee. He's under a lot of pressure, and down goes Carlson. That might be the first sack of the game for the Cougars, as he was under a lot of heat there. Great push by the defensive line of the Cougars.
Yeah, what's about 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16 right here?
So that was a big play by the defensive side.
And they got to capitalize on this. You got them pushed back, 2nd down. You obviously know they're going to get aggressive. Use that against Sherando right here. Try to create a turnover, bring the ball back, give this team some momentum.
So McKee in the backfield. They look at the throw down the field. They're going for Leach. He's wide open. He makes the catch. 1-on-2 there. There's a confusion in the secondary as Jamar Jenkins had 2 receivers running, one down the seam and one down the sideline. So you kind of pretty much got to pick whoever you're going to take, as they just had a defensive breakdown once again.
Yeah, it looks like Jenkins and Wallace right there were talking like, hey, I didn't know which one to have. And it really put Jenkins in the bind. He really had to guard, too. He did the best he could. At least he did say the touchdown as a safety supposed to do.
But these miscues are a lot of the same things that plagued them last week in the game against Spring Mills and still continuing again this week. And you're within reach of this game. You don't want to start falling apart and making those mental mistakes now. Keep yourself in the game. Going down 2 scores in such a tight back and forth game could really be detrimental.
Yeah, it's definitely. And right now they just have to plan to try to get them off stop, hold them to a field goal.
And there goes McKee up the middle. Jenkins in on the stop. McKee still driving. Inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. So a nice gain on first down by Mason McKee. Looks like he might have picked up 4.
Yeah, that's that change of pace we're talking about. Mason McKee's coming in there now. He's getting those tough earned yards between the tackles. I mean, their running game is definitely excellent. One of the best that's around here. Lucky that they're not in the state of West Virginia.
And that lead block by James Waters is always key, too, is McKee. They pull it, throw it into the end zone. It's picked off. Picked off there by Tony Allen. No, that's Wallace.
Oh,
a late hit out of bounds. No, he didn't go down.
No call.
Could have been a late hit.
It looks like Walters is over there shaking up a little bit.
I apologize when I get Tony Allen and Mar Wallace. They're very similar in size and speed especially. Wallace came out of there with it off the tip. Huge turnover for the Cougars. As now they're in 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
And that leads back to what I said when they were about at midfield. I said, JD, sometimes you got to be aggressive and create a turnover. I mean, they gave up a lot of yards right there, but they didn't. They had a bend, don't break, got a pick. Now they had an opportunity to get down the field, tie this game.
And that's something they didn't do last week, is forcing turnovers, and that's something that they definitely needed to do tonight in order to have a better chance of beating Sherando here at home. Herrick, hand the ball off to Roper. Roper straight up the middle, tripped up and falls for a couple maybe. So bring up 2nd and long. We'll call it maybe 8 yards.
Yeah, you still got to ride Roper here, though, JD. I mean, I know that was a short gain right there, but, man, you stick with it. Those 1 and 2 yard gains are going to start eventually breaking out to a nice little 40, 50-yard burst. Now you keep leaning on him. He's a great back.
So it's officially 2nd and 9. So Herrick with Roper to his left. 2 receivers to the far side. Tony Allen here to the near side. Rockwell in motion. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Roper. Not a lot doing as that defensive line of the Warriors holding strong. Roper might have picked up a couple more. That's going to bring up 3rd and probably 7.
And Caleb Nolan, he's just been around so many plays. I mean, number 5, big guy. He probably has about 10, maybe 12 tackles this evening already.
So we'll call it 3rd and 6. 2 receivers here. It's Ricardo Lewis and Jackson Rockwell, who's been, other than that one catch, have been fairly quiet so far this game. Let's see if they can get Rockwell involved. Herrick back to throw. Nice pass out into the flats. Got Tony Allen. He dropped the football, and we saw that a lot last week. A beautiful ball thrown by Herrick, and the receiver just can't hang on to it. And last week and again this week, Tony Allen can't hang on to a pass. So that'll bring up 4th down. The Cougars will have to punt it away.
Yeah, that's a shame right there because that was a first down. Tone set and drive. 5:46 left to go in this 3rd period. Man, it's tough. You got to boot this one away.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for Herrick because he suffered through that last week. Doesn't want to start that again this week. You know, he threw a couple bad balls in the first half, kind of low and away from receivers, but when he puts it on the money, it's right there. You got to catch it. Kind of an end-over-end kick, fielded there by Lefevre, takes it and trips over the turf, it looks like. So Hayden Lefevre, still, Sherando will start in great field position, down to about the 44-yard line, we'll call it. And while we got a moment, we're going to thank our home team sports sponsors, Catro Law, Ameritech Tire and Auto, R&L Landscapes, Enclosures Unlimited, Big Mike's Grillin', Opekin Motors, call Jeremy Atkins, State Farm Insurance, call Jared Ferguson, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, ERA Liberty Realty, call Cheryl Yates, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill, Cookies and Cream Daycare, and D. Gill Paint. As the Warriors, we've noticed after every possession, timeouts, even not timeouts, they seem to huddle a lot over there, to the sideline, taking advantage of that time. As Burgess gets it straight up the middle, and Burgess is wrapped up and taken down by a host of Cougars.
And Jefferson definitely came out this half, though, and tried to establish stopping the run. And they've done a good job. I mean, they gave up a couple chunk plays in the air, but they've really tried to stop this run game, which is why I still believe that they still have a chance to win.
The two receivers to each side. Leach here, the closest to us there at the bottom. Carlson back to throw. He's got Leach on the slant. Nice move on Drake. Leach out to the outside near the sideline. Close to the first down. I believe he does have enough for the first down. So, again, Leach has been that go-to guy for Carlson, and he's come up with some big plays for the Warriors this game.
It looks like Keem Drake's shoulder, maybe elbow, is shaking up right here. Came off the field after he kind of pile drived him into the ground. Looks like he might be a little shaken up.
So into the game for Drake as number 30, Leland Benner. And also in the game, I'd like to point out, number 20, the freshman, Andy Roberts, getting a lot of playing time here tonight. Got into the game a little bit last week, late in the game, but coaches are like, hey, freshman, we're counting on you. We need you. So he's getting a lot of time here tonight.
Them young dogs be hungry, JD. I mean, he's out there ready to play, and only motivates these upperclassmen because, hey, if a freshman's doing it, we can do it too.
Carlson straight up the middle, driving his feet. Another good game by Carlson. He's pretty much been their go-to guys. Brady Roberts looks a little shaken up over there.
Looks like he grabbed his knee. Might be a cramp. Yeah, it looks like a cramp.
Yeah, let's just hope it is a cramp for Brady Roberts, as we saw him go down as well last week.
Yeah, it looks like Dylan Herrick is stretching him out. What a good quarterback he is. Got to make sure all those guys are good.
So while we have a minute, I'd like to thank our JHS Athletic Field Banner sponsors, Roberts Realty Group, Parsons Ford, HG Barbecue, and Soul Food Catering, Oak Tree Homes, Tara Sanders Lowe, Sampson Properties, Moose Lodge 948, Charlestown, Ours, Lawyer Lewis, CPAs, Harlan J. Shoemaker and Son, Jefferson Security Bank, AFT Jefferson. We would also like to thank our white level sponsor, Shepherdstown Pharmacy, our maroon level sponsor, CMA's Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, and our cougar level sponsor, Shenandoah Heating and Air Conditioning. We appreciate all our sponsors for this season. Looking for some more sponsors, you can contact Juwan Holmes or go to Home Team Sports Facebook page. Carlson hands it off, a rare handoff there for James Walters, and he powers his way, still going. Can't be denied as James Walters, the big 6 foot, 220-pound H-back.
Yeah, that's a big man right there. He's definitely in the weight room. He finished falling over. I mean, that's going to be a tough guy to bring down, and this is their fourth quarter guy. Last week he was running for a bushel of yards.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that's his first carry, honestly. He's been more of a blocking back tonight so far for the Warriors.
And that's crucial. That's what makes him the X factor. I mean, he gets out there, look, running right off his block right there.
McKee for a couple more there on first down. Inside the 15 now, down to about the in the 15 down to about the 11, so 11 or 12 yard line. So give him a gain of maybe 2 or 3 on the play. So the Warriors have just been very efficient at what they're doing between the pass and the run. You know, they have that running back by committee between McKee and Burgess has done a wonderful job so far tonight, and we saw that a lot last week with Spring Mills. As Lefevre in motion, handoff there goes to McKee, straight up the middle, nice hole, first down and more, inside the 5, down to the 3 yard line maybe.
And Sherando's just playing like a veteran team. I mean, they're running the football. Other than that, turnover that they had last possession, they've been controlling the clock, controlling the tempo of the game. I mean, they're just showing hey, we're a veteran team. We've been here before. We won 40-0 last week. These guys are proven winners, and Jefferson is competing hand and foot with them. They're not giving up, still not bending, not breaking.
Yeah, down close to 2 minutes here in this third quarter. The Cougars need a stop, another turnover or something. Handoff Direct handoff goes Carlson standing up into the end zone for a Warriors touchdown. So the Sherando Warriors take another drive into the end zone for a score. So the Cougars again struggling this game and again this half to stop that run, as we saw a lot last week, Drew.
Yeah, it makes it 27 going on 28-14 right now. This next drive is going to be huge for Jefferson. They have to respond. You don't necessarily need to score quick. You still have a lot of time left in this game, JD. But they need to establish the run again next possession, try to get some points on the board, make it 28-21, maybe 10 minutes left to go into the fourth. Play your cards from there.
And the kick by Leach is up and good, and your score with 2:11 to go in the third quarter, the Sherando Warriors 28, Jefferson Cougars 14, and we're going to take a commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have over 350 new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Since opening in 2017.
And we are back at Cougar Stadium where the Warriors lead the Cougars 28-14. 2:11 left to go in this third quarter, as the Warriors are set to kick it away. Number 18, Wyatt Wendell, on to kick it off. It looks like they're going to attempt an onside kick.
Well, no, that's going to be a flag. Yep, he can't start like he's going forward then stop.
And I'm sorry, that's number 48, Grant Lee. So the Cougars should get a little better field position. Now they can bring on Carlson, who is their, he's their kickoff guy, it seems, but then Aiden Leach is their extra point.
Yeah, it's kind of odd that they have about three different type kickers. And this guy does everything. I mean, he's playing defense, he's a starting quarterback, probably has 100 yards on the ground, 100 yards in the air. I mean, this kid's phenomenal.
Nice kick there by Carlson. It'll be fielded by Tony Allen at about his 15-yard line. I'm sorry, that's Wallace. Wallace on another good return, makes a move out to the side, trying to make something happen. Just nowhere to go now for Demarius Wallace.
Whoa, that's a little late hit out of bounds.
And I'm sorry, I keep mistaking Tony and Marr. Marr has had several nice returns tonight, giving his team a really good field position. So we got a flag on the field.
Looks like a late hit.
And they're backing the Cougars up, so another crucial penalty for the Cougars. And that'll back them up inside the 25-yard line.
I mean, it's plain and simple. Put it right now, JD, is Jefferson needs some points on the board this possession. Take your time, take as much time as you need, but you have to get a score right here, and that's without question.
Yeah, they don't do themselves any favors when they're backing themselves up. They're inside the 20, it looks like, right at the 20-yard line. They're going to start this possession. So a pistol set, Roper behind Herrick. Send Leland Benner in motion. Handoff goes to Roper. Roper cuts it up. Doesn't have a lot of room there. Tayshawn Roper maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, give him a yard on the play. The Cougars just not having a lot of luck running the football tonight.
Yeah, they've had about two different plays break for about 10 to 15 yards. But other than that, Sherando's done a really good job at bottling up the run.
We'll see if they can get the passing game going down. The passing game kind of open up a running game a little bit. See Tony Allen here to the near side as Mar Wallace and Jackson Rockwell through the top of your screen. Again in the pistol set. Roper behind Herrick. Swing it out here. There's Tony Allen. Breaks a tackle. Nice catch. Dives forward for the first down. Looks like he was down on the play.
Refs are calling it
Wow.
They say it's a fumble in the field.
I don't know about that one. I have to go back and watch the replay. But Tony Allen turns the ball over. Looked like he dove forward and was down by contact. But the official said the ball came out early, and that's where the Warriors will take over there on the Cougars' 32-yard line. So again, penalties, turnovers, starting to mount up again, Drew, for the Cougars. And
I mean, that is a questionable call, but, man, your coaches always tell you to hold on to the football right there. Never let the officials have to make a decision. And obviously the officials thought that he saw the ball coming loose, so obviously it's a turnover. And, man, that really toughens a lot of things up here for Jefferson tonight.
Yeah, and if the Warriors can punch another one in here or get some kind of points, then it seems almost insurmountable for the Cougars to score 3 times in one quarter. But, anything's possible. You definitely don't want to shoot yourselves in the foot. They've been in this game the whole time. It was even tied right before halftime. So you'd like to think the Cougars are a good enough team to play with the Sherando Warriors, as Tony Allen, I think, cramped up there again. We've seen a couple players cramping tonight as well.
Yeah, it's not necessarily humid outside, but, man, it's the second game of the season. I'm sure some of these guys are still fatigued trying to get into shape for football. It's definitely wore these guys down. And Tony Allen and Mar Wallace have played a lot of snaps tonight. I mean, I'm sure these guys are both tired.
Sherando takes over on the Cougars' 32-yard line. Carlson in the backfield with McKee to his left. 2 receivers to the far side. Little motion. Little pitch out to McKee. Nice tackle there. Who is that? That's going to be Dylan Herrick on the tackle. He came free unblocked.
So Herrick has had a great redeem game. I mean, he's played well offensively. He's also done very well on the defensive side of the ball. He's got at least probably 4 or 5 tackles this evening.
Absolutely. Herrick is definitely somebody that's always around the ball. And you definitely need a guy like that on defense. You see him get up. He's pumped up, that feed off that energy and fire this defense up.
Yeah, they just a crucial stop right here. They need to get a stop right here to go right in the fourth quarter, get them off the field early.
So 2nd and 13, Lefevre in motion. The handoff goes to McKee up the middle. He's got a little bit of room down close to the 30-yard line, maybe back to the line of original line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him at the 31, so he picked up 4 on the play. That'll bring up about 3rd and 8 for the Warriors as we're nearing the end of this third period. And that's going to do it here at Cougar Stadium for your third quarter of play as the Warriors hold a 28-14 lead over the Cougars. And we are going to take a commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
I understand that each client...
And we are back here to start this fourth quarter from Cougar Stadium. J.D. Fritz and Drew Pitzer. It's 3rd and 9 for the Warriors. Carlson will take the handoff right up the middle. He's close to a first down off the direct snap. So we've seen a lot of that from Micah Carlson tonight. It's going to be a little short. It was going to bring up 4th down now, and it looks like about a yard
Now they're bringing in the big dogs. They got the heavy unit in. I'm sure they're going to just try to get this. It's about 2 feet right here, a little under a yard.
Yeah, they brought in that jumbo package. They definitely have a lot of jumbo up front, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be 1,000 pounds front line right there.
You got James, number 44. James Walters, the lead block. Handoff goes to McKee. He looks like he's got enough for the first down.
I don't know.
He's pushed back.
Well, that spot looks like they're going to
Yeah, they gave him a really good spot, and they're going to move him forward. It'll be first down for the Warriors on the 21-yard line.
And now this is where veteran teams, they're going to start trying to bleed this clock. You know, they got a 2-score lead, and they know any extra points right now just makes it gravy. They're not going to try to turn it over. Jefferson's really got to get ball heavy and try to just knock this ball away, force some fumbles. Don't let Sherando just bleed this clock.
Yeah, they need to get the ball back and to get a couple scores in a hurry. At least get one score, you know, down before possibly inside of 7 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes in this game. But you got to hold Sherando. It's the first thing you got to do. A little fake pitch. Carlson will keep it. Another missed tackle there. Dragging people. Leland Benner brings him down. And not until Carlson picks up another 5 yards on the play.
And they're eating 30, 35 seconds between every play. I mean, right now, 10:23 left. They're not going to snap it again until about 9:50 on the clock.
Yeah, so second and about 6 for the Warriors. Little hard count, jump them off sides once again. Just lack of concentration and discipline on that Cougars front line, which we've seen that several times already.
Yeah, this is the biggest possession of the season. I mean, you got to really lock in 2nd and 1. Crawling underneath 10 minutes now. Jefferson's got to do something quick.
I don't expect them to do anything different, but either hand it to McKee or be a Carlson keeper. As James Walters is the lead blocker there. Handoff goes to McKee, dances his way inside the 10-yard line, picks up the first down. They're going to mark him down at about the 8. So that'll be a 1st and goal for the Warriors.
And more bad news. It looks like Dylan Herrick just hurt his elbow. He's holding, came off on the sideline in an obvious pain.
So into the game now for the Warriors. For the Cougars, looks like number 18, Frank Turk. Carlson takes the snap, hands it to McKee. McKee cuts inside, now back outside, spins his way down to the 1-yard line. Tackled there by Frank Turk. But again, the Warriors are back in business, knocking on the door and another score. And we're inside 9 minutes to go in this game, Drew, and it would be a bad situation for the Cougars if the Warriors get another score here and puts them up 3 touchdowns.
Essentially, it puts the game away, JD, but obviously they're going to keep playing well. I think Jefferson has definitely improved from last Friday evening. Obviously, Coach Hunter still has a lot to work with. He'll figure it out.
McKee walks in for the Warriors touchdown. And Mason McKee puts another 6 on the board for the Warriors. 8:32 left to go in this ball game, and the Cougars are feeling again like nothing's just going their way. They played with the Warriors right up until the end of the first half, and so far this half's been all Sherando. Leach puts it down. The kick is up and good. So with 8:32 left to go in the fourth quarter, the Sherando Warriors are up 35-14 over the Jefferson Cougars. And we're going to stay right here. I'd like to announce our JHS sponsors, JHS Athletic Field sponsors for the 2024-2025 season: Roberts Realty Group, Parsons Ford, HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering, Oak Tree Homes, Terra Sanders Lowe, Sampson Properties, Moose Lodge 948, Ayers Lawyer Lewis CPAs, Harlan J. Shoemaker and Son, Jefferson Security Bank, and AFT Jefferson. And Drew, What do you got for us on the out-of-town scoreboard?
Yeah, to update some of the out-of-town scoreboard, Spring Valley's beat Hurricane 35-28. Musselman is still currently up 14-13 at halftime against Loud Valley. Martinsburg is now up 34-15 at the end of the third quarter. Bridgeport is winning 42-0 against Morgantown. Parkersburg South is winning 34-20 against University in the third quarter. Washington is up 28-0 against Thomas Jefferson going into the fourth quarter. And Spring Mills is in a lightning delay, but they are up 27-0 going into the third quarter.
And that's your out-of-town scoreboard update, guys. There's a squib kick there taken by Frank Turk. It looks like number 18, the up back for the Cougars. So out too close to about the 40-yard lines where the Cougars will start this next possession. So they desperately have to get some points on this series, Drew, without a doubt, if they want to have any hope of climbing back into this game.
Yeah, and that's a good point right there. But Coach Hunter, I think this series, he's just going to try to put points on the board. If that takes 4 or 5 minutes and really gets them pretty much out of the game, I'm sure he'd rather see that than a quick 3 and out. Get back to the basics. Try to find something. Like I said, we still want to create that identity. Jefferson has came out and they played much better this week, but they still don't have an identity of what they really want to do and what they're successful at.
Yeah, win or lose, you want to go out on a positive note. Swing out here to Jackson Rockwell. Nice play to Rockwell. Good pursuit there by Tucker Lefevre. As Rockwell looked like he had a little bit of room to operate, and that closed very quickly as Lefevre came up and give him only a gain of a yard on that play. So great defense there by Tucker Lefevre.
Yeah, Lefevre on defense has been playing fantastic. He's been swarming all over the field tonight, been making plays, a couple pass deflections as well, too. I mean, great game by him overall.
Yeah, he's been an animal all over the place. We've called his name a lot on defense and some also on offense, so he's been a big playmaker for the Warriors on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, so him and James Walters, that 4-for-4 combo right there, they've really set the tone defensively and offensively.
Herrick swings it out to Roper, trying to get Roper in space, and no, Roper has ran down, something you don't see a whole lot there, as Roper had nowhere to go and lost 2 yards. Roper looks like he might be down on the play, not something that if you're Jefferson faithful you want to see is Tayshawn Roper.
And that was the other Lefevre. Hayden Lefevre got over there, swarmed him down. I mean, this Sherando team has a lot of quickness, speed, and they also have power. That's a unique matchup right there.
Yeah, they started off the game a little slow, kind of feeling their way out, but then once they got their engine going, they really started putting some nice drives together and putting points on the board. And the one that impressed me the most was the drive right before halftime. They utilized the clock very efficiently, didn't burn any timeouts, and were able to score right before the half. That's just a well-coached team, and the kids are very patient, and they listen very well, and that's impressive to me.
I mean, of course, just offensively, like I said, they bled 4 minutes off the fourth quarter clock and then punched it in, essentially putting it out of reach for Jefferson. And that was just all patience and poise. They don't seem too high, too low, just even keel. I mean, this Sherando team is very similar build to that Spring Mills team that Jefferson played last week. So I'd put that on their standard, like, hey, we have definitely gotten better. We outplayed our performance from week 1, but this is obviously not acceptable. This Jefferson team has way more talent than what it's shown.
Yeah, and while we got an injury timeout, we'd also like to thank our white level sponsor, Shepherdstown Pharmacy, our maroon level sponsor, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, our cougar level sponsor, Shenandoah Heating and Air Conditioning. We'd also like to thank our JHS football program sponsors, Benner Farms, Corner Connection, Tri-State Surgical Center, Dream Driven Properties, Cheryl Yates ERA Liberty Realty, Scales Law Office, Vital Signs, Pill and Pill, PLLC, Northern Virginia Orthodontics, K&H Mobile Oil Service, Affordable Electric Service Company, Perspex Pros, Giannis Orthodontics, WVU Medicine, Wiley Cahill, and Athletico Pivot Physical Therapy. So 3rd and 11. Herrick rolling out here to the near side, fires it out here to Mar Wallace with a nice catch, trying to find his way. He picks up the first down. He had the first down. Then he ran a little backwards, but I believe he picked up enough for the first down out to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, the refs are moving the chains right here.
So Mar Wallace seems like a go-to guy. He's had several nice kickoff returns, and now going to him in the offensive game.
Yeah, he's so good out there out wide. I mean, he's somebody you want to have the ball in an open space and see him make a play. You know, this might be a newfound wrinkle they found to help maybe Tayshawn Roper and Herrick back there to make, with some playmaking. Sherando in the press covers right here. They're all up in here on Mar Wallace.
So Herrick back to throw, looking for Wallace again. A little back shoulder, and it's picked off. Picked off there by number 23. Trying to make the tackle was Wallace. Rhett Puller. So another ill-advised throw, but it looked like Dillon was going for the back shoulder, and Wallace kept running. And that made an easy interception for Puller. So I'm not sure if that was a go route on Wallace's part or if it was a designed back shoulder throw.
Yeah.
But again, it didn't look like they were on the same page there.
Major miscommunication. I mean, it looked like Wallace was just going deep and hoping for the best, and it looks like, Herrick thought that was going to be a comeback route, about a 12-yard comeback route. And honestly, that was probably the right play if he could have, actually made the right pass right there.
So in for the injured Roper is number 25 at corner, Jaheen Gidney. Still in the game, number 18, Frank Turk. So a few substitutions as McKee busts one right up the middle, out close to another first down. Just shy of the first down marker, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 with 6:15 left to go in your ball game, and the Warriors are just content to keeping the ball on the ground and just running this clock out.
Yeah, they're going to try to play keep away right now. In a second down, they're going to take off every single second they can off the clock. And that's the difference between these two clubs right now. I mean, Jefferson's not as disciplined. Obviously, play calling has been a little suspect, so it's just depends on how Jefferson's going to respond next week if they can still rebound this season.
McKee still with the handoff, driving forward, out over the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him right about the 45. So another first down for the Warriors, and that keeps that clock running.
Yeah, creeping below 5:30 now. I mean, all hope really for Jefferson to come back and make this a game kind of slipping out the windows. Creeping below 20 seconds now left on the play clock. A little under 5:30 now.
So it looks like they got a new running back in the game for Sherando, number 24, Sam Ridings. Motion there by Lefevre. Handoff goes to Ridings. He's knocked down there. Good tackle there. We'll wait and see who that is. That's Takeem Drake.
Drake's been active tonight.
Big hit in the backfield. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Warriors, and we're inside of 5 minutes to go in the game.
Jefferson definitely just try to get one more stop, try to get the ball back and put some more points on the board. And on a high note, look at some film, get better. The schedule kind of leans up a little bit, where I feel like Jefferson can definitely start competing, start to get some wins coming down the stretch.
Motion there. My number, see who that is that took the handoff. He's going to be stopped for a loss and picked up and thrown backwards there by Dylan Herrick. That'll be number 30 on the carry, Nicholas Usa, a 5'10", 178-pound junior. So a lot of running backs getting into the action here tonight for the Warriors.
Yeah, Herrick definitely picked him up and slammed him. I mean, he might have a couple ill-advised throws this evening, but defensively, Herrick has had a great game.
Yeah, he's put it out there, put his body on the line. It's not easy being the quarterback, flipping over on the defensive side of the ball.
He's clearly banged up. I mean, he's on the sideline right now hurting.
So Burgess back in the backfield for the Warriors. Carlson going to throw for more. He's got Leach out there. Nice throw there out in the flat. Little out route there down inside the 40-yard line, maybe the 39 for Aiden Leach, who continues to be the go-to guy on offense.
And he's been a thorn in the side of Jefferson's defense all night. He's finding all the open areas on the field. I mean, you can tell he's just a veteran guy who's been playing for a long time. Great soft hands. Sherando definitely has a very good team, JD.
They do. They're running like a well-oiled machine tonight. Like I said, they got off to a slow start earlier, but they've just picked up that pace as the game continues, and they really taken over this game in the second half.
That they have.
Burgess with the handoff. Straight up the middle, burst. There goes by Tally Burgess, and he picks up another first down to the 30-yard line for the Warriors, so they continue to pick up big yardage in chunks. And they're not holding back. They want to put more points on the board.
Yeah, they're playing with a purpose. They're not playing any favors either. I mean, they're going to try to score again, put 7 more points on Jefferson's face. You know, Jefferson's got to play for pride right here. Don't let them get in.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. You know, the name of the game is to run your offense, put points on the board, score touchdowns, and they're looking for more.
Yeah, they are. It's definitely impressive to see.
Carlson swings it out here to the flat. So Blackwell on the catch. That's his first catch of the game. We've seen him on the return game, and that'll be his first reception. So getting everyone into the action here tonight. Number 28 is now in the game at running back Ethan Golightly. I'm sorry. So we're approaching 2 minutes here to go in the fourth quarter. The Warriors are in command of this game, 35-14, and looking for more. Carlson back to throw, a little pump. He's got a man wide open, and he drops it. Late coverage there by Frank Turk, but number 23, Reth Puller, couldn't hang on. Definitely looked like that would have been a sure touchdown, Drew, if he would have been able to hang on to that.
Yeah, I know. Where it could have been defensive pass interference right there. He never turned around and saw the ball.
So 3rd and 5. Ball on the 25 of the Cougars. We're inside of 2 minutes. Carlson still in the game. Swings it out. Little hitch. Nice completion there. Out for a first down. Down inside the 10-yard line or 15-yard line. They're going to mark him at about the 14, it looks like. But again, enough for another Warriors first down.
And just another couple updates from out of town scoreboard. Martinsburg is now up 41-15. 41-15 going into the fourth quarter. Washington is up 28-0 with about 4 minutes left to go. Or actually 34-7 with 1:40 left.
So handoff goes there to number 28, Ethan Golightly. Picks up maybe a gain of a couple. So now I think they might be content to just let this time run out, Drew. They're not too concerned about putting another score on the board.
That's classy of them, honestly. They probably could get another 6 foot on the board, and they still might try to, but they're going to let this clock tick a little bit.
Handoff again to Golightly. He's got some room, cuts back into the middle, and he gets into the end zone. So a nice little run by Ethan Golightly. Probably doesn't get a lot of carries, but he makes that one count and puts another score on the board for the Sherando Warriors. So what was once a 14-14 game, now the Warriors have opened the lead up.
28 unanswered.
Yep,
JD.
28 unanswered points for the Warriors. As Leach will attempt the extra point.
At one point, Jefferson was actually in the lead this game. They're up 7-0.
The kick is up, and it is good. So your score with 39 seconds left to go in this game, the Sherando Warriors 42 and the Jefferson Cougars 14. And while we got a minute, we are going to announce our home team sports sponsors for the 2024-2025 season. Catro Law, Ameritech Tire and Auto, R&L Landscapes, Enclosures Unlimited, Big Mike's Grillin', Opequon Motors called Jeremy Atkins, State Farm Insurance called Jared Ferguson, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, ERA Liberty Realty called Cheryl Yates, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill, Cookies and Cream Daycare, and D. Gill After Paints. So Aiden Leach on to kick the ball away for the Warriors. Another little pooch kick. It goes over Roberts' head. Picked up there by Tayshawn Roper. Not a lot of room there for Roper as he gets, looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. Roper gets out to maybe the 27-yard line. So we'll see where the Cougars will start this possession after they mark off the penalty. So that's going to go against the Warriors. So if you're Coach Rohraball, even though you're up 42-14, you don't want to see personal foul penalties on your team here with just 34 seconds left to go.
Yeah, they've been so disciplined all evening except for the start of the game. I mean, this is just unfortunate. It's kind of delaying the inevitable, but, they'll lock in. These guys will finish out strong. Hopefully no incidents.
So we'll see what the Cougars are going to do. They want to play this game out. Herrick will take it himself straight up the middle. Nice game by Dylan Herrick out to the down inside the 50, it looks like, to about the 47. Well, that's a nice positive play. Probably his best run of the night so far for Herrick.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like Sherando's kind of cleared their bench a little bit, giving some of their guys some playing time. Handoff goes there to Roper. Roper's trying to find some room out here to the near side and pushed out of bounds. Maybe a gain of about 6 or 7 yards goes Tayshawn Roper. Stops the clock with 6 seconds left to go. So one more play, and that'll be it, as the Jefferson Cougars will drop their season to 0-2. Sherando Warriors will move to 2-0 on the season. A great start for the Warriors, not so much for the Cougars, as they go 0-2 for the first time in quite some years. Throwing it deep, he's got a man. The ball ends up short with just 0.5 seconds left to go on the clock. The ball was intended for Ricardo Lewis, who looked like he had a half a step on his defender.
He definitely did. He might have been able to take that 1-6 there, JD.
So the Cougars will get one more play.
And I know Coach Hunter's not on for moral victories, JD, but I think this performance shows that, hey, Jefferson, they still can compete with anybody. Obviously they fizzled out. They now, just instead of competing for 1 or 2 quarters, try to compete for a full 48-minute game. I'm sure that Jefferson's just going to continue to get better, because I think from this week to last week they've improved tremendously.
So one play left for the Cougars. It's going to be a run by Herrick. Looks like a little option play. Herrick's going to keep it down the sideline. There's going to be a flag on the play, and we definitely can't end on a defensive penalty, but it was holding, and the game is over, and that'll do it here at Cougar Stadium, with Sherando Warriors come in here to the Jefferson Cougars house and take the win 42-14. And that's going to do it for us, guys. And we're going to be right back after a word from our sponsors with a post. We're going to wrap this up with a post-game show, and we'll be back just in a few minutes. You're watching Home.
Own real estate needs. Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so, and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates.
Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Adkins, Sales and Finance Director at Opequon Motors of Martinsburg. Join myself and Home Team Sports TV as we lead the charge into the 2024-2025 high school football season, presented by the all-new GMC Hummer EV.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Opequon Motors of Martinsburg, 838 East Moeller Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25401, or visit us on the web at www.opequonmotors.com.
Hey, Home Team sports fans, thank you for tuning in tonight. We tried to get Patrick Mahomes and Jake here. They're a little bit busy, so you're stuck with Jared from State Farm in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We are thrilled to partner with Home Team Sports to bring you area high school football this fall and to continue to support our area student athletes. Thanks for letting us be a part of this. Your needs guide us. Your goals drive us. Jared Ferguson, State Farm.
And we are back here at Cougar Stadium, guys. We're looking to wrap things up in our post game. Drew, Sherando came in here. They did what they needed to do. Came out with a 42-14 victory. What can the Cougars take away from this game? They did a lot of good things. So what can they take away moving forward next week, traveling to Spring Valley to play a big, tough Spring Valley team?
Obviously, I know they don't want to take any moral victories away from this, but from the performance from Spring Mills to the Sherando game is, I think, by and large, that they have improved, that they are getting better, and that they continue to trust Coach Hunter's scheme and just develop, hey, trust that run game, trust that pass game, make sure that you guys can play defense to stop the run. They have the talent to do it, JD. I think they just got to take it 1 week at a time and hope for the best.
Yeah, they definitely took a few steps forward this week. Schedule doesn't get any easier as they got Spring Valley and then against the big dog Martinsburg the week after that. So, and that'll be right here at home as they travel away next week to Spring Valley. So we won't bring you that game. We'll talk about the game that we are going to bring you next week, Spring Mills and South Hagerstown.
Yeah, it'd be a tremendous matchup again. They have the Anderson brothers, Xavier and Max. Those guys are a tremendous duo right there. Also, their ability to run the ball and play great defense. I mean, they didn't give up hardly any yards to Jefferson last week, and they're currently up 27-0 in a lightning delay right now. So defensively, Spring Mills is a fantastic team. Got to be a top 5 talent in the state as well.
Yeah, Spring Mills showed us exactly what they were made of last week. They, hadn't won against Jefferson at all. Jefferson came in, and Spring Mills, took care of business with a 50-0 victory. And it looks like they're on their way to another shutout victory possibly tonight. So that should be a great game between the Cardinals and the South Hagerstown Rebels. So look forward to that and tune in next week, guys. Unfortunately, I won't be there. My son's getting married. Drew, you'll have someone else in the booth with him. So definitely tune in, though, to Home Team Sports TV next week. And that'll do it here, guys, from Cougar Stadium. I'd like to thank all our crew from Home Team Sports tonight. My man, Drew Pitzer, joining me once again.
My friend.
And this is JD Fritz, guys. And you guys have a good night. God bless.
Yep, take care. Stay safe.